Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers LeBron James makes history while playing for Team USA. Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James is officially the oldest player to play for the United States basketball men's national team at 39 years old. James, who is turning 40 years old in December, achieves this feat by representing Team USA at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. In James and Team USA's first group stage game at the Paris Olympics, he recorded 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists in a 110-84 win over Serbia. James overtakes Boston Celtics Hall of Famer Larry Bird, who was previously the oldest player to play for Team USA when he competed at the Barcelona 1992 Olympic Games at 35 years old. James is not only the oldest player in the history of Team USA basketball, but the oldest player currently in the NBA. His longevity has only added to his legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. James, who began playing in the NBA out of high school at just 18 years old, just wrapped up his 21st NBA season. His longevity has allowed him to make 20 NBA All-Star games and become the NBA's all-time scoring leader. James surpassed the former record holder, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in 2023. He became the first NBA player with 40,000 points a year later. James has also had a long career representing Team USA at the Olympic Games. He made his Olympic debut in 2004 at the Athens Olympic Games, where Team USA won the bronze medal. He helped Team USA win gold in Beijing 2008 and London 2012. Now, returning for his fourth Olympic Games, James was the male flag bearer for Team USA during the opening ceremony. While James is the oldest player in the NBA, he is not the only veteran on the roster. Golden State Warriors point guard Stephen Curry is 36 years old, and Phoenix Suns forward Kevin Durant is 35 years old. Lakers shopping former All-Star, top 3 scorer in trade talks, report. The Los Angeles Lakers continue to lurk around the edges of free agency and the trade market with a handful of assets they can use to jump on the right opportunity. Among the trade chips in the Lakers' proverbial back pocket are a couple of unprotected first-round picks and the expiring contract of former All-Star point guard D'Angelo Russell. Trade proposals swirl around LA every summer, and many that NBA writers have floated this offseason include Russell as a primary salary piece, allowing the money to work in any number of potential deals. Jovan Buha of The Athletic officially confirmed on Friday, July 26, that Los Angeles has been shopping Russell since he picked up the $18.7 million player option on his contract on June 29. The Lakers have been shopping him and trying to move him since he opted in, Buha said during his Buha's Block podcast. That Russell is playing in a contract year next season increases his trade value, as his salary will come off the books of whatever team he plays for next summer, which will allow that franchise to clear salary cap space it can use to pursue higher-end free agents. However, Russell has also been a quality offensive piece for Los Angeles. He finished last season third on the team in points per game, 18.0, and third in minutes played, 32.1, ahead of fellow guard Austin Reeves, who is fourth in both categories with 15.9 points and 29.7 minutes nightly, according to ESPN statistics. While moving Russell has been a popular part of almost every solution to the Lakers' three-star problem, namely that they don't have one, but could obviously use one, he has provided the shooting the offense needs to space the floor around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Russell is a career 36.9% shooter on 6.9 attempts from behind the three-point line over the course of his 9-year career. He has hit 38.1% on 6.0 attempts in 236 games for the Lakers across the last 2 seasons, per Basketball Reference. He's also added 15.7 points, 4.9 assists and 3.3 rebounds and 1.1 steals per contest for LA and was part of the team's run to the Western Conference Finals in 2023. Russell will turn 29 years old next winter, approximately 2.5 weeks after the league's February 6 trade deadline, which is the latest date the Lakers can move him ahead of summer 2025. The primary question remaining for Los Angeles is who the team can interest in first-round picks 4 and 6 years from now, 2029, 2031, that might also be willing to take on salary to better position itself for free agency next summer. The two strategies are somewhat at odds. Most organizations looking for a free agency splash aren't necessarily concerning themselves with moving off a high-end player in the present for potentially valuable draft assets years down the road. One team that may fit the bill is the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks dealt DeJounte Murray to the New Orleans Pelicans earlier this summer and selected 19-year-old French hooper Zachary Rizicher with the number 1 overall pick in June. The franchise is clearly reorganizing and playing the long game in what has suddenly become a top-heavy Eastern Conference with serious title contenders in the Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, Philadelphia 76ers, and possibly the Milwaukee Bucks. As such, star point guard Trae Young may not fit the Hawks' timeline on a $215 million maximum deal that keeps him under contract through the 2026-27 campaign. Young plays the same position as Russell, and while he brings some of the same serious concerns on the defensive side of the court, he's one of the best playmakers in the NBA and can score in bunches. Young would help ease some of the ball handling and playmaking duties currently on James' shoulders as he enters his age 40 season off of a run through Summer Olympics in Paris. The hypothetical deal isn't perfect for the Lakers, but they may not be able to find a better one over the next 6 months. What centers should the Lakers target on the trade market? After a long break, we're back with a mailbag piece. A lot has happened since the last one, from the end of a coaching search, the draft, the entirety of free agency, and a host of trades. And yet, the Lakers roster is nearly identical to what it was before all that. Don't worry, we're going to dive into that, among many other things. There's a lot of questions to be answered, so let's dive in. For those who missed it before the Olympics kicked off, one of my observations about Team USA during their exhibition slate was that Anthony Davis needed to be used in 2 big lineups more. This is a great follow-up question, but one that doesn't have a clear, good answer, in my opinion. In his return to independent media, Pete with Lakers Film Room did a great video on the subject that offers a lot of possibilities. To me, I don't want someone who has injury issues, so that rules out Robert Williams and Wendell Carter. I'm tired of spending half a season waiting for the team to be healthy. Someone like Clint Capella or Jacob Poeltl is a little more intriguing, but they're very one-dimensional, and I'm not sure how playable they are in the postseason. Someone I've had an eye on, though I doubt the Lakers have the means to acquire, is Walker Kessler. I'm not really sure what's going on with him in Utah, as it seems he's available and he also played in Summer League, neither of which feels like it should be the case. He's great defensively as a rim protector, which I think is one of the most important things as it frees up AD. He's limited offensively, but his role with the Lakers around LeBron and AD would be a limited one. The problem is, he's going to cost quite a bit, and the Lakers have about one more big trade they can make in the LeBron-AD era. Is Kessler, a 23-year-old, the guy you want to bring in with most of what you have left in terms of players and assets? Well, at this point, there isn't much left to do other than wait and see. I think there is some argument for it. In the second half of last season, this was a very good team. If J.J. Redick is an improvement as a coach, then you have the makings of a top team. The flip side to that, though, is the team is a known quantity in the playoffs. D'Angelo Russell isn't going to be a good postseason player at this point in his career. Rui Hachimura really struggled last year. This team needs changes, but if those changes aren't out there right now, you can't really do anything about it. You can't force a trade to happen. Right now, I'd lean to them largely going as is. I'm not even sure if they do a salary dump trade at this point, because who is left to even sign with an open roster spot? I think they head into the season with this team knowing that a change will likely have to come while also seeing what they have with Redick. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Walker Kessler? Leave your opinion in the comments.